Hello there, it's JD here from Studio 2105. Back again with another episode of Weekly Update Wednesdays. We have come up to episode 33. First of all, I do apologize. This video is a little bit late in coming out. This video only came out on Thursday instead of the usual Wednesday upload schedule. Well, it's been incredibly crazy, incredibly busy this past week or two. There's been a lot of work coming into the studio, and I'm thankful of that. I'm thankful that in the midst of COVID-19 and the lockdown, I'm still getting work here in the studio. So I'm not complaining, but there has been quite a lot. It's been a little bit overwhelming at times. Okay, so there were a couple of other mixing projects that was really urgent. So even I was been doing a lot of really long sessions, mixing sessions, and even like voiceover projects and voiceover editing work as well. So it's been a lot of pulling a lot of long all-nighters, right, the past week. By the time I'm recording this now, this would already be Thursday, 1:50 a.m. It's 10 minutes to 2 a.m. right now. So by the time I record and by the time I edit it and by the time I put it up, I'll schedule it, it's already be Thursday night when this video comes out lah, right? So I don't pre-record these videos too early because I want to keep, I want to be able to present and update you guys, right, everyone out there, with whatever's the latest news and latest information. I usually kind of shoot this on either a late Tuesday night if there are no recording sessions on that. But if there is, then it's gonna have to be, like the wee early hours of a Wednesday morning, okay? Kind of like now, like 1-2 a.m. Anyway, now that I've gotten out of the way, alright, I want to say, as usual, a big thank you and a big shout out to all the patrons, right? We've got some brand new patrons as well, okay? A big shout out to Ajib, who has joined on as a patron also. Thank you very much for your support, okay? If you are new to this channel, as usual, a warm welcome to you. Alright, thank you very much for joining out and checking out my channel here. Do remember, head on down and click on the subscribe button. Click on the notification bell as well, okay? So that you'll be updated every time I put out a new video. Do take a moment and also don't forget, sign up for the email list. Head on to the website below, okay? bit.ly/MixStream Sign up for a bunch of free stuff, okay? Do consider also, if you want to support the channel financially, right, to become a patron. How do you do that, right? Head on down to this website. I have the link kind of floating down here. You can go to www.patreon.com/studio2105, okay? By the way, don't forget to check out the whole series of the Direct Access 1.0 music production workshop videos that are out right now. I do apologize again, right? We are a little bit behind schedule in the uploads of the new videos, okay? We are supposed to be kind of going into week 3 of the workshop by now, but we're kind of still stuck like somewhere in between week 2, right? I've got a couple of my guys who are, really tied up with the editing work, and I personally edit, right, and do all the editing work for the videos as well. So we kind of I kind of underestimated how much work this is gonna be, and so it's been a little bit overwhelming. Not only do I have the studio projects going on, my regular recording sessions, mixing and editing work to do, but I still have the videos as well. So hopefully, it needs to come a point in time where hopefully I can hire a video editor to help me to do all this work, or if anybody out of there who's willing to lend a hand or something like that, do hit me up, okay? Well, really, we can talk maybe about rates or something like that, okay? Later on, okay? Do hit me up. So, but do check it out, alright? The videos are going to be up on this YouTube channel. You can also follow and join the MixStream FB community page. Again, all the links are all going to be down in the description below, okay? So, without further ado, now I got all the news and announcements out of the way. Let's head on down to this week's featured question. I'm getting weak signal using an SM58 going into my interface, even when I boost my gain almost all the way to the max. Is there a way to solve this? Alright, this is a great question there. Now, if you've ever come across a situation where, you've had to turn up the gain or boost the level so much, right? It's usually an indication of a problem somewhere, okay? Either with the microphone or the preamp, or sometimes even other things in between, right? In the signal chain. So the answer that I have for you is not going to just be restricted to the particular question that was asked of me, but it's gonna apply as well anytime you have some sort of weird issue or weird problem when it comes to getting signals or getting signal levels, okay? Right, because I'm going to run through you like the basic, right, sort of a checklist of how to do troubleshooting as well. So yeah, basically this is going to be talking about troubleshooting, about identifying where the problems may lie, okay? Back to the question, right, at hand. An SM58, right, should be able to, a properly working SM58 should be able to deliver, right, more than enough level so that actually you don't have to turn up the input gain unusually high, okay? So for a dynamic microphone, we typically kind of turn it up to maybe about halfway to about 2/3 of the way to get a healthy signal. Again, right, this is just roughly speaking. You always have to depend and check based on the meters as well. And how to do that, okay? I actually sort of answered and showed and demonstrate how do you check the signal level, right? Whether you're going in either on the mixer or an interface. You check the signal level, okay, by looking at meters, right? I did this on this previous episode of a Weekly Update Wednesday. I suggest that you do check out this video, okay, so that you, which thoroughly explains the process behind that, okay? But here we go. Now, so basic troubleshooting here. If you have a problem, so your microphone is, is not giving you enough level, or your microphone is giving a intermittent signal or something like that, it's basically like this. You follow the signal path. There are some folks who, whenever they find some sort of an issue or some sort of problem, start plugging things out randomly, okay? So they start swapping this out, they start doing this and that. And sometimes by luck, all right, yeah, they might chance upon the problem, or they chance upon the issue right away on the first try, okay? But this is not a very systematic way of troubleshooting. It's not a very systematic way of finding out where the faults or where the problems are. I get this question about troubleshooting and signal flow, so the concept also applies if you are a guitar or a bass player and you have pedal boards, okay? Same sort of a concept and same sort of approach. Follow the signal path, right? This is the only way that you can 100% be certain and be sure that you are rooting out whatsoever problems, that's usually coming up from upstream all the way down the signal path downstream, okay? Let's start with the microphone then. So first thing you want to swap out. Do you have another similar microphone, or even better, if you have an identical microphone, you have another SM58 lying around or you can borrow around, swap out the mic with something identical, alright, or best of all, it's the same microphone as SM58, and check and see whether that mic is working, okay? So if the mic that you swap out with seems to work fine, then you already identified the culprit. That is, your microphone is having an issue. So you might want to have it checked out by a qualified technician. The next thing that's in the signal path would be the microphone cable. Swap it out with a different mic cable, okay? So a broken cable, right, sometimes might result, especially if it's a microphone cable, being an XLR, being a balance connector. Sometimes one of the cables in there might be broken, but it's still, right, because again, a balanced connector on an XLR mic, right, it carries a signal on two strands of the copper wire. So one of it might be broken, so you are still kind of getting signal, but you get a drop in level. So swap it out with a microphone cable that you know is in good working condition, and you're right, you'll be able to rule out whether or not the cable is the issue. Moving on next, check to see that the input pad or maybe a line level switch on either the mixer or the interface isn't pressed in, isn't engaged, or in the situation of maybe a mixer, the input fader isn't turned down. Now, if you're using, let's say, a condenser microphone, some condenser microphones, maybe the mid-range and the more higher end, the ones with more functions, sometimes they will have the switches, right? They have either polar pattern switches, they have a high pass filter switch, or some of them will have a pad switch, sometimes -10, -15 or whatsoever. Check to see that, you know, those pad switches or any of those kind of a line level switches aren't engaged, okay? And that could be causing the low level that you are seeing. Oh, by the way, I also want to mention, sometimes as well for some interfaces, the input levels is also software control. So check it out, right? Go into your particular interface, they will probably have a control panel software. Check and see in the control panel mixer, make sure that input level is not turned down, okay? Sometimes that could be a reason why as well. So now, after you rule out the mic cable, you rule out the microphone itself, obviously, right? Check and make sure that the interface itself isn't broken, right? Or the mic preamp section, to be precise, isn't faulty. If you have an interface with several microphone inputs, try swapping, right? With a known working microphone with a good condition cable, swap to another input and see is it the case of the input, right, of the interface having, or the mixer having some kind of problem. Check and see. So rule that out progressively. Now, last but not least, there are some dynamic microphones, right, and ribbon mics that do need quite a lot of gain, okay? Ribbon mics in particular, and if it's dynamic microphones, I can think of the ubiquitous, the SM7B, okay, which is, right, a very, very popular and very well-known microphone. Those mics need quite a lot of gain, and some interfaces may not be able to, you know, deliver sufficient gain to sort of boost the level, right? And so you might end up, right, because the preamp's not able to give it enough juice, you might end up looking at it, it's like thinking that, oh, there's a lot of signal level and there's actually a problem. So sometimes it's not, it's just that some microphones will need, right, quite a considerable amount of gain. So there are some solutions that are out there, right? So you can either get what we call a level booster or a mic preamp. The two that's very, very popular, the one that's been around for a long time is called the Cloud Lifter, all right? But very recently as well, the company Soyuz, right? Soyuz makes microphones. They've also come out with another product which is similar concept, similar in principle to a cloud lifter. They call it the Soyuz launcher. Alright, okay, so hopefully if you follow those steps, okay, follow the signal path, check it out and rule out all the issues and all the items that are in the signal chain. Hopefully you will be able to solve and identify what the issue is, where the fault is, and you know, once you know that, then you're able to apply and rectify the situation by taking the appropriate action, okay? Hopefully that helps. Okay, this brings us to the end of this week's video. As usual, thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate, do leave your questions and your feedback down in the comment section below, right? I always love to hear from you. Hit me up on my social media as well. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, wherever you are able to find me, okay? Do check out the rest of the videos that I have on the channel. If you found this video useful, helpful, and informative, do leave a like. It really helped the channel out. Remember to share this with your friends, and if you haven't done so, remember, okay, what are you waiting for? Click on the subscribe button and also the notification bell. And do consider if you want to support the channel financially by signing up to become a patron at www.patreon.com/studio2105. Okay, stay safe, stay happy, stay healthy, wash your hands, take care of your personal hygiene. Practice your social distancing. Wear a mask if you are indoors or if you are in close proximity with people. I'll see you soon in the next video, okay? Happy recording and mixing. Bye.